Okay, so Chinese demographic collapse. You've said China will be gone in 10 years.
China as we currently understand it. Yeah, there'll still be some Han. Give it 50 years, there might not be.
So China very populous. People might say, well, if I just look at the numbers, you said before that numbers were the solution last time. There's more numbers now. I'm going to guess that the issue is that the numbers are trending in the wrong direction. That it
Oh my
wasn't that.
God, yeah, so bad, so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, since I talked to you last, there seems to be this reckoning that's going on in the statistical community I said Canada. Where'd that come from? Sorry, you picked me up right after doing another project in China. The issue appears to be that they now believe, the statisticians now believe that the local and regional governments have been lying about their demographic data for over 25 years. And so let me back up. After Tiananmen Square, 10,000 people killed by tanks in downtown Beijing. The Chinese Communist Party is like, well, that was no fun whatsoever. Let's try to not ever have to do that again. One of the ways we're going to make sure that happens is we discovered that, there were kind of two kinds of protesters. You had the white collar workers that just made signs and they were really easy to run over with tanks. And then you had the ones that were kind of scary that brought wrenches and guns. So you had white collar and you had blue collar. So why don't we move our entire economy from a blue collar economy to a white collar economy? Problem solved, because white collar folks live in high rise apartments. You can cut off their water. You can bolt them into their house. There's lots of ways you can deal with white collar protesters. Blue collar, a little different. So they started advancing their STEM work. They started secondary and tertiary education systems. And, well, this wasn't a stupid plan. We can critique how successful the transition was and why they were a manufacturing economy and still are and really weren't ready for that kind of fast transition. Different topic. But the thing is, when you go to primary school and secondary school and tertiary school, the first time you pay taxes is typically when you're 21, 22, or 23. So there's a delayed gratification here, which, as Americans like to say, the Chinese have no problem with. It's false, but whatever. So